This is absolutely insane, you have to see this. A liberal TV host thought he was about to embarrass Karoline Leavitt on live television. He came in smug, confident, and ready to make her look bad. But within minutes, the entire interview flipped on its head. Karoline didn't just defend herself, she went on the attack. And when she dropped the truth about where millions of your tax dollars actually went, the entire studio went silent. The audience gasped. The host started stuttering. And for the first time in his career, he had absolutely nothing to say. $50 million gone. But where did it go? You won't believe the answer. When Karoline exposed the reckless spending, the internet exploded. Social media went wild. The clips spread like wildfire. And the host, he became the meme of the week.
Why not give organizations more time to plan for the fact that they are about to lose, in some cases, really crucial federal funding, at least for a period of time?
There was notice. It was the executive order that the president signed. There's also a freeze on hiring, as you know, a regulatory freeze, and there's also a freeze on foreign aid. And this is, again, incredibly important to ensure that this administration is taking into consideration how hard the American people are working. And their tax dollars actually matter to this administration.
Stick around because we're breaking it all down. And trust me, this feud is getting wild. You don't want to miss what happens next. But before we jump in, can I ask you for a quick favor? Just take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's fast, it's free, and it helps us bring you even more awesome content. Plus, you'll always be the first to know when we drop something new. Alright, thanks so much now, let's get into it. Picture this, a well-dressed, smug liberal talk show host, Ethan Caldwell, leans back in his chair, eyes twinkling with confidence. He's ready, he's rehearsed, he has all the tricks up his sleeve, he's got statistics memorized, a list of tough questions prepped, and a well-timed smirk he's perfected for moments just like this. He thinks he's about to serve up a political knockout. Meanwhile, sitting across from him is Karoline Leavitt, calm, composed, and just waiting for her moment. She doesn't need tricks. She doesn't need a pre-planned angle. She has facts. And unlike Ethan, she isn't here for a performance, she's here to expose the truth. Now, the segment was supposed to be about government spending, fiscal responsibility, and tax allocations, a straightforward discussion about where taxpayer money goes. But Ethan had a different plan. He wanted to make her stumble, to twist her words, to get a soundbite that would go viral on social media. He wanted to make her the latest target of mainstream media ridicule, the conservative who couldn't handle the heat. He wanted the audience on his side. He wanted applause. He wanted to dominate the conversation. What happened next? A complete disaster for him, and a masterclass in how to take control of a debate for Karoline. Right out of the gate, Ethan went on the offensive. Leaning forward with a smirk, he said, "Conservatives love to talk about responsible spending, but let's be real, you're just as guilty of wasting taxpayer money. Private jets for government officials, luxury retreats, and of course tax cuts for billionaires. Hypocrisy much?" The audience chuckled. They thought Ethan had a point. They were wrong. Karoline, unfazed, raised an eyebrow. Then, with the perfect amount of patience, she leaned in slightly. "You want to talk about waste? Let's talk about where millions of your tax dollars actually went." Ethan blinked. He wasn't expecting that. And then she brought receipts literally.
As for the actual receipts, we are happy to provide them, and I actually brought some today because all of you know I love to bring the receipts. We have contracts upon contracts that we can send and provide this information to you. Let me be very clear. We are not trying to hide anything. We have been incredibly transparent, and we will continue to be. These are screenshots of contracts that DOJ found across our government. This is a DEI contract, $36,000 for U.S. citizenship and immigration services. That is against the president's policies and his America First agenda. This is a $3.4 million contract, a Council for Inclusive Innovation at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Department of Commerce, another DEI contract that DOJ identified.
The big reveal, where did your money go? Karoline reached into her bag and pulled out a thick stack of government reports. Thud. The pile hit the table with a weight that carried more than just paper, it carried the burden of truth. The room fell silent and the shift in the air was undeniable. She let the suspense build for just a moment before she spoke. $50 million. Her voice was clear and firm. She let it hang in the air before delivering the knockout punch. That's how much the Biden administration sent overseas to fund condoms in Gaza. The studio reaction was instant. You could feel the energy shift. The audience, once comfortable, started shifting in their seats. Murmurs spread across the room. Gasps could be heard. The producers sat frozen, likely realizing this segment wasn't going the way they had planned. And Ethan, well, he looked like a deer caught in headlights, blinking rapidly as he struggled to process what had just been dropped on him. At this point, the debate wasn't about witty comebacks or rehearsed political jabs. This wasn't about ideology anymore. It was about cold, hard facts. Facts that most Americans had no idea about. Facts that hit home for everyday people who struggled to afford groceries, gas, and basic necessities while their government freely handed out millions abroad. This was the turning point, and the best part, Karoline wasn't even close to finished. Ethan scrambled. He shuffled his papers, his smirk fading fast. "Wait, hold on," he stammered. I don't think that's entirely accurate." Karoline, calm as ever, tapped the stack of reports. "It's right here, a line-by-line breakdown of foreign aid spending. 50 million, Gaza. Is this what the American people signed up for?" The audience started whispering. Some nodded. Some shook their heads. Others sat there, stunned. Ethan tried to recover. "Nutter."
Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
Well, foreign aid is a complex issue, and I think it's irresponsible to focus on one minor expenditure when Karoline wasn't having it. She cut in, "Minor expenditure?" I think the single mother in Ohio, struggling to buy groceries, might have something to say about where her tax dollars are going. Boom. The audience erupted again. Ethan shifted uncomfortably. "Wow, you made it this far. That means you're enjoying the video, right? So why not take a second to hit that follow button? It's free, super easy, and helps us keep making awesome content just for you. Plus, you'll never miss out on the fun. Go ahead, tap that follow now. All right, let's continue." Now, let's be real, this was the moment Ethan knew he had lost. He glanced over at the producers as if silently begging for help, but no one was coming to save him. The cameras were rolling, the internet was watching. He had no way out. Still, he tried one last weak rebuttal. Well, the US has always contributed to foreign aid. It's part of our role in global diplomacy. Karoline leaned in even closer. "Do you even know how much we've spent in the last year alone?" Silence. Then she tapped the report again. $1.2 billion. That's what we sent to Gaza and the surrounding region in just 12 months. Meanwhile, grocery prices are up, our border is wide open, and Americans are struggling. Tell me, Ethan, is this what they voted for? The audience gasped again. Some even clapped. Ethan, now visibly sweating, forced a chuckle. "Well, I think you're oversimplifying." Karoline cut him off. "No, Ethan. What's simple is that Americans are tired of being lied to. They're tired of their hard-earned money being spent on nonsense while they can barely afford gas. And what's even simpler, you have no argument left." That's when Ethan knew he needed to escape. Scrambling for control, he quickly said, "Unfortunately, we're out of time. Karoline, always a pleasure." Karoline smirked. "Of course, thanks for having me." But it was too late. The damage was done. The clip went viral within hours. Headlines exploded. Karoline Leavitt humiliates liberal host on live TV. Ethan Caldwell destroyed after defending Biden's spending. This is why people are done with mainstream media. And Ethan, he became a meme overnight. The screenshot of his stunned face was everywhere. Even liberals started calling him out for getting owned on live television. When the dust settled, Karoline walked away stronger than ever. Ethan walked away with his credibility in pieces. His smug grin from the start of the debate was now being used as the before image in countless reaction memes. The debate? It wasn't even close. And the lesson? Never underestimate someone who comes prepared with facts, especially if your entire argument is built on dodging the truth. What this means for you and why it's important. This isn't just about one TV debate. It's about the bigger picture. Where is your money actually going? Why are our leaders sending millions overseas when Americans are struggling? This moment was about exposing the waste, the hypocrisy, and the excuses. And Karoline Leavitt did it brilliantly. But this is just one example. How much more taxpayer money is being funneled into programs that most Americans have no idea about? And when someone dares to expose the truth, mainstream media tries to sweep it under the rug. Wow, what a showdown. I think it's safe to say Ethan won't be forgetting that interview anytime soon. Karoline Leavitt came prepared, brought the facts, and completely flipped the script, leaving the mainstream media scrambling for damage control. But here's the real question. How many more shocking government spending stories are out there that we don't know about? And how many more times will the media try to spin the truth before people finally say, enough is enough? If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more content like this, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it helps us keep exposing the facts they don't want you to see. Also, drop a comment below. What's your reaction to this? Do you think the media will ever stop covering for reckless government spending, or will it just get worse? Let me know what you think. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.